face off?
Yeah, I mean, we can talk through the whole thing like we did last time. I mean, it's already on.
We just do whatever we want.
You can do whatever you want. I mean,
So I'm sorry, we can talk now or later?
Yeah, I mean, they're looking at the cute baby video while you wait for the show, so they're probably not listening to us anyway.
That's true.
My biggest concern is we could just peak early.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Eric to pull up the feed to make sure it's there, and then we'll hear it. Yeah,
There we go.
There you go.
On feedback.
I think people like us talking to them.
Eric handling quality control for us as always.
I got a hot mic.
Hashtag nailing it.
I'm gonna share this now with my friends.
Sweet. We have 6 seconds before we actually go on.
No, this says
3,
I've got 20 something.
2,
No, happy friends.
1. There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, it is another edition of the No Show Show.
We're live.
I'm Greg Milby. Right there, the bug-eyed guy, acting like he's frozen on this screen. At least I hope he is this time. Is Eric Clemens. Joe Bennett down in the lower corner. And then over there in the other lower corner is Kenny Rambo and his rather large beverage. That's very impressive.
It's a cocktail this evening.
Okay, good stuff.
I got a large beverage too.
Look at you guys, hydrated.
Adam Preston, real quick.
Is that like
Adam Preston
Last Dance inspired?
Real quick, my friend Adam Preston is watching. And Adam, I've been in Campbellsville the last 2 days filming Campbellsville High School's graduation. So sorry I missed you, man.
Yeah. But tell him 2 things we did not miss out of the two of the 3 days at least.
We did not miss Brothers Barbecue and Druthers.
Yeah.
You all ate there both days?
Eric, did they bring you barbecue back?
They did not. No.
Oh, I thought maybe that's what happened was they accidentally gave my barbecue to you, but you're telling me no.
No.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, Kenny, if they had brought me barbecue, I would have thrown it right in their face. I mean, if there's anything I hate worse than Brothers Barbecue, I just don't know. I mean, right in their face.
And you've told me that before.
Yeah. So I'm glad they didn't bring it to me. Yeah. It'd have been messy.
You said I brought you Brothers one time, and you looked me right in the square of my eyes, and you went like this and smacked it out of my hand and ruined all the barbecue. And I thought that was just ridiculous. So I learned my lesson.
Lesson I learned was Joe and I need to get our stories synchronized before we come back and tell Kenny why we didn't bring him barbecue. So we both can't tell the exact same story. Somebody has to have the other stuff.
Let's talk about that a little bit though, because I understand you guys you had your barbecue in the park.
Well, not the park, Kenny. We went to the university, and we sat underneath the tree on a table and had ourselves a little outdoor picnic. Just Greg and me. And nice. I went to the university, so it was kind of old times. Went down memory lane with Greg. So it was sweet.
He shared a story with me that we will not share on the show because I'm not sure the statute of limitations has ran out on that story yet.
Appreciate that.
It sounds precious, doesn't it, Eric? So
Joe, are you cheating on me?
No, he's straight up yours. He talked about you the entire time.
No, I forgive you then.
But Brothers
that's
Barbecue.
Good, Greg. I was afraid it might have been awkward.
Yeah. Brothers Barbecue was legit. It was very good. I enjoyed that.
And Druthers?
And then we went. Druthers was it was good, but I thought I ordered us cheeseburgers and potato wedges and a drink. And what was the total again for both of our meals together?
You paid $7.16 for our total meal.
Big spender.
So I thought I got a great deal until we got the bag and pulled away. I think there were 4 wedges, and the burger was about half the size of a regular cheeseburger. So needless to say, we had a snack.
So what do you think? Is that the last Druthers on the planet?
I think it is, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. But it was good. I enjoyed that too.
Was this lunch/dinner? Like you ate one Brothers for lunch and Brothers for dinner, or was this lunch 2 different days?
We didn't go Brothers Druthers combo. A Brothers Druthers combo will get you in trouble.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. There's not many rest areas between Campbellsville and E-Town. Is that what you're saying?
Ooh.
I don't know.
You're
I feel
driving
like the
down
Brothers
210
Brothers
back to E-Town.
combo may be like a rite of passage in Campbellsville. That might make you from there.
You do you a Brothers Druthers combo coming back to E-Town on 210. You're going to find yourself in Greene County for a minute having to go.
There's a joke there, I think. But
I want to tell a quick story. I went to Campbellsville University, and so we helped out filming Campbellsville High School's graduation. And the guy that I went to college, his younger sister was graduating. And so it was really good to see him. And his name is Kyle. And Kyle had a cousin who didn't go to college with us, but he would hang around every once in a while. And his name was Cousin Jeffrey. We never called him just Jeffrey. We called him Cousin Jeffrey. And unfortunately, Cousin Jeffrey passed away last year. But in honor of him, I would like to share one quick story about Cousin Jeffrey. He was a really great guy, super funny, just an old country boy. And there was a time he was working at a thing called Kentucky Heartland Outreach. It's kind of like a Habitat for Humanity type of thing. And he was working with this woman, and they were roofing. It was a youth group, and they're taking off the shingles, and it starts to storm. And so they're kind of in a hurry, and they send all the kids inside. And Cousin Jeffrey looks at this woman, and he grabs the tarp with all the old shingles on it. He grabs that one end of the tarp, and he goes, "Ma'am, let's haul this off to the dumpster. Come on now." And she goes, "This thing's kind of heavy. You think we can get it?" And he goes, "Oh yeah." And she goes, "Well, you're quite the optimist." Without missing a beat, Cousin Jeffrey goes like this. He looks right at her, and he says, "Ma'am, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all." And so, anyways, I just love Cousin Jeffrey. And so to Cousin Jeffrey, miss you, man.
that's something.
It was a good time.
Was that a joke, or was he being funny?
Oh,
I mean,
no, he was being dead serious. One more quick Cousin Jeffrey story. He talked to us one time about how he met this new girl, and he used to have he would always have like chaw or dip or whatever, and he had a spit can in his truck. And so he was taking this girl on a date, and he said, "Yeah, she was over here in the passenger seat. She leaned over and grabbed my spit tune, grabbed it, and just went, spit right in there and put it right back in the cup holder. Boys, I like it."
I feel like you could build a country music song around that moment.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, and as a lot of folks know, I'm not necessarily a fan of country music, but I am a study of it, apparently. And I think
you're a fan.
that could be the building blocks.
Yeah.
There we go.
It gives us a perfect opportunity to promo that wonderful podcast you're speaking of, Eric's and Last podcast, available on your favorite podcasting platforms, where Eric, Joe, and that other guy, me, try to convince Kenny Rambo to be a country music fan. So far, not so successful, but we're getting there. I think so.
We almost had him. We almost had him this last episode.
David Frizzell, going to hire Weiner to decorate our home. I think, really, I do think we almost had him.
How long are we doing
It's
this?
playing hard to get now. Good point. Maybe we should decide that now, because Friday's coming quickly.
Maybe some folks that are watching could help us out. Like, what are the parameters here? That I think what we found is that the song has to have a good story, right? There's got to be some meat to the lyrics so we can break it down. And it's got to be what you guys would call classic country?
Yeah. I mean, Riley Green, we came out of the gate with a song that wasn't necessarily classic country, but it was one that Eric and Joe wanted to do. And
it's got a little bit of a throwback vibe to it, though, right, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we got to do some Cash, and we haven't done anything from Brooks and Dunn yet, right? Or have we?
No, not at all.
We need to do a Brooks and Dunn and a Johnny Cash here at some point soon.
I was thinking about some Brooks and Dunn songs today. I didn't come up with the perfect one, but that was my mowing music this afternoon, was some Brooks and Dunn on the playlist. So
Hillbilly Deluxe, man. You can't beat that song.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. You don't want to go back to
That's
some
a
of their.
pretty good one.
You don't want to go back to their older stuff, maybe.
Oh, why? Was there anything before Hillbilly Deluxe?
Yeah. I think Morgan Castor's trying to bait us here. Shania, I Feel Like a Woman.
Oh, that's on the list.
Yeah.
I've got that on the list.
Man.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
I
too
feel
close
like
to the
that
to the
one
debacle
will
of
work
Dina
pretty
Carter.
well, because if Eric had a dime for every time he's ran a bubble bath and cranked up Shania Twain, I mean, we wouldn't even need a podcast.
Oh, I had at least 65, 70 cents.
Which is impressive because it's a dime.
I know. I only got through half of one of the baths, and well, anyway, we won't talk about it.
The whole thing.
I've been wanting to do. We listened to this one on our way to Campbellsville today, Greg. Mamas Don't Let Your Babies Grow Up to Be Cowboys. You might have been on the phone actually when that was playing, but that's been on my list to do. So I love that one.
That's a good one.
Yeah, your road trips are real different when I'm not around.
Oh yeah. We have some. I mean, we kind of enjoy the music on the way. Oh, do you want to talk about your first experience ever when we got close to Campbellsville? I don't think Joe laughs a lot, but I don't think I have ever seen him laugh this hard that quick. So you want to share?
Are you talking about your when the guy knew the? Are you talking about when Mr. Dooley?
No,
Is that what you're referring to?
no. The radio show we were listening to.
Oh, okay, yeah. So the Big Dog in Campbellsville, they do a flea market on air, and so people are just calling in. It is fantastic. I love, like, I'm not when I think sometimes people feel like I'm making fun of this. I'm not. I truly enjoy it. We could have listened to it for another hour, but it's just people going. Yeah, I got a set of tires and rims ready to be bought. Call me at 270-789-3321. Want to let you know rims are all good, tires not in great shape.
He said, he goes, well, I'm going to be honest, the tires ain't in good shape, but the rims, they nice. He actually called because he wanted to let the guy on the air know that he had just drove by the radio station and saw him pushing those buttons, and he just wanted to call and tell him, hey. And
I just saw you in there, and I said to myself, I got to call that guy.
Hey, Bonnie Miller's listening, and she says, I used to listen to it almost every day. I mean, I could listen to it every day. Yeah,
it is great.
I got my first start in radio. Go ahead. Say something stupid.
In 1973.
Oh, well, look at that. Joe did it. It was actually.
You were close.
1994. I got my start in radio at
I was 12.
WMMG in Brandenburg, and they have Tradio there. Some fine moments. I think everybody should be able to get a Tradio tattoo once you've done that.
I have one WMMG story. We were invited out. This was like during the BRAC stuff with Fort Knox that we worked on. So we were invited out with Brad Richardson from One Knox and a rep from Knox. And then there were a handful of us that were kind of handling media relations or whatnot. Their transformer was out. I'm convinced there were more people in the studio that day than could hear the show, like hands down. So, because, with the transmitter down, they were, I guess, hitting everybody that was standing right under the tower.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was a precursor to the No Show. It was a live event with, more people participating in the production than the actual audience.
Back when Greg and Holly used to do the morning show, Joe and I came on one morning, and it was the same thing. The tower was down. I guess there was people listening online. We just acted like nothing was up at all. Went on, did our interview, did the whole thing, and
I
left.
forgot about that.
I don't know if anybody heard us or not. But it's interesting.
Hey, Chris Kiger has an idea for a song. Drop Kick Me Jesus by Bobby Bear.
Wow, I'm unfamiliar.
Hey, what's the
Looking it
one
up
that we
now.
heard yesterday coming back from Campbellsville? The virus.
Oh, Quarantined by old Crow Medicine Show.
Oh,
It's like it's new, and but it was on like Sirius Outlaw Country Radio or something like that, and yeah, apparently they wrote a good old country song about this whole situation. It was pretty funny. We have some other suggestions. Jody Perry said Confederate Railroad, She Never Cried. Marty Gaddy suggested Cocaine Blues by Johnny Cash. And Heather Whalen said Highwayman by Johnny Cash, Waylon Jennings, Willie Nelson, and Chris Christopherson.
Carrie Crutcher says, I don't even know your name from Alan Jackson, and also As Good As I Once Was, Toby Keith. Now, we had mentioned some Toby songs today, but
I like that Alan Jackson song, though. That one we could definitely do.
yeah, but Kenny has to watch the video to that one too.
It's important.
Yeah.
I can barely wait.
A couple of more of those tall cocktails, and you'll be all in on that show.
Short. So.
has anyone else's taken up like weird habits during quarantine, like being stuck at home?
Yeah, I do this thing where I don't go out anymore.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And you talk to people in your basement?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super weird.
Joe's done something weird.
You meant outside of this show?
Okay, that's a good point too.
So,
Wow, it's a long list now that I think about it.
yeah.
All right, start sharing. I'm curious. I'm trying to think of some things that I do that I didn't do before.
No, like I mean, since it started, like we got a bid to landscape our house because we moved in September, and was no point in doing landscaping. So spring came, and we're gonna have somebody do our landscaping. We're like, we got all this time, so we did our own landscaping. My wife has started wallpapering the house. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Are you?
Is that back in?
I guess. It does. It looks really good, but she's only doing certain walls. Like she did the one wall in the laundry room, and then one wall in the entryway, and it really does look good. But she was like, "I think I'm going to wallpaper."
Hasn't gotten to the wall behind you yet. I can see.
No, it's hard to stick on half insulation, half drywall.
Hey, since you only live a few miles down the road, I could hear this. Your neighbors are asking you to mow your yard. Finally, please.
Oh, my yard. It's I put it at a solid 3 feet, and then it looks good. You can't see the vermins if you leave it that high.
Drove by there Friday night, and I felt bad for him. It looked kind of out of place in that neighborhood.
You did come by my house Friday night. I appreciate that.
J.R. Caster said he's taken up the habit of listening to silly podcasts.
That's also a good point.
Well, you're in luck.
You've got to be careful mowing your lawn because you could have a Honey, I Shrunk the Kids situation.
Mm.
Then you're in trouble. So
Yeah.
keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm. That's good thinking.
Very nicely played.
This is already derailed.
Eric, tell everybody who's going to be opening for us on the graduation show for Quixie and the Wolf.
Yeah, it's a good lineup. We got the governor, and then Daniel Cameron, and then Steve Zahn from such movies as Saving Silverman and
That Thing You Do.
That Thing You Do, yeah. Yeah. So
and us.
I don't know. A couple of these things are not like the other, I guess. But
I'm looking at you, Steve Zahn.
Steve Zahn's going to be in the show now, apparently. So,
So when are you guys doing this?
May 23rd, I believe, is when it airs.
I think it comes out May 24th.
Don't ask me dates. I have no idea.
It's May 24th, and I believe it is on at, I want to say 6 o'clock on Quixie and the Wolf. It'll be streaming. And then we filmed we filmed a video that goes with it, and so I'm assuming that will come out as well on their channels. But we're doing the baccalaureate portion of it, and as always, we probably screwed it up. So.
So when we turned the calendar on 2020, did you ever imagine that graduations and commencement would have so much meaning in your life?
I have been to more graduations this year than I ever have in my life.
How many times did we hear pomp and circumstances yesterday?
How many times?
Yeah.
68. I can tell you because that's how many graduates walked through.
Yeah.
68 times.
Yeah. It's interesting enough that you've made it the plural circumstances instead of the singular circumstance.
Greg would talk to the family yesterday.
I know.
And he would go to him. It's like, okay, guys, this is what's going to happen. We're going to be playing pomp and circumstances, and it made me laugh every time.
I can't stop it. I've done it forever, and I can't.
Is that like a remix?
We're going to be playing pomp and consequences for you guys. And so,
if somebody had told me in November of last year, hey, 2020 graduation isn't going to be in person. Matter of fact, it's going to be the governor, the attorney general, you two, and Steve Zahn doing the commencement. You want to bet your house on that. I would have bet my house and whatever else I had. I would be living in my unmowed yard right now.
Like, I'll bet you my house and I'll toss in the mower.
Yeah.
And it's like new.
That's like a sure bet, right? You take that. Boy, would my face be red.
Weird times.
Hey, Jay Hobbs.
I've got a game for you.
Hey, Jay Hobbs says, okay, I'm late, I know, but why do we have subtitles? I have no idea why you have subtitles, Jay.
Yeah, I think it has something to do with Mark Zuckerberg wanting to make certain everyone can enjoy our show.
Thanks, Mark.
Yeah, appreciate it, Mark.
All right, so enjoy, Jay. It's free.
Yeah.
I just turned comments off on mine, and that just turned the comments off. So that's probably what that does.
So I do have a game for us.
Okay, there's a game.
This is called Not Your Name It, or what is it called? Joe Name It is what it's called.
Joe Namath?
Joe Name It.
No, Joe Namath.
So there will be a question, and then I will roll the die, and it'll give us a number. And so, for instance, name a famous place that contains the number blank. I will roll the die, and you have to name a place that contains that number. Okay? Make sense? Great.
Oh, my gosh. This is going to be horrible.
Yeah, clear as mud. Now, do we need to go ahead and ask folks to start serving up some improv moments for us?
We should.
We should. So you guys know the drill out there. Every week we close the show with great theater presented by Eric and Joe, improv style. So if you guys want to take a moment.
Oh, great theater.
And give us your suggestions in the comments on Kentucky's Heartland or on the Eric and Joe show page. And we'll choose from your ideas. So make them good. Greg and I will pick one, and Eric and Joe will act it out for your enjoyment.
Now, in truth, comparatively, since all theaters are closed, this is great theater.
Oh, that's good.
That's a good point.
I knew exactly what I was saying, Joe Bennett.
Hey, Jay Hobbs says the subtitles, it's like Virginia with Andy at 5. So.
Hey, before we play that game, I have a game that's for our viewers. Just comment, and the person who gets the closest will win a prize. I don't know what the prize is. We'll figure that out later. But I'm holding an opened bag of earplugs. I know how many earplugs are in here. So I just need you all to comment how many earplugs you think are in this bag. Now, for reference, I have large hands, and the bag is roughly the size of my hand. They're just free-floating earplugs here. I'll pull one out. So
do you know how many's in there?
I do. That's how
Why
big they
do
are.
you know this?
Roughly the size of a candy corn.
Did you count these?
Now, well, there's one in my ear, so don't count that one. So how many earplugs are in the bag?
A lot of people right now are commenting, can we get those earplugs?
I'm friends with you clowns. Why do you think I have so many earplugs?
Why do you know?
Joe.
How do you know, and why do you know how many is in the bag?
Because I got bored one night because I don't know if you know or not, but I haven't been able to leave my house. And so I counted them.
So you brought up all the other weird things you've been doing, and you skipped the earplug thing earlier.
Yeah, but it got me out of wallpapering. So
there it is.
Oh, honey. Oh, yeah, I would help, but I got to go downstairs and.
I got this work thing inventory.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Good point, Kenny. I don't want to mess my taxes up because I didn't inventory the earplugs. So.
Now, when people are we counting individual earplugs, or do you count earplugs in pairs?
Each individual earplug.
Okay, all right. Just wanted to make certain that folks understood.
We do have a guest from the Eric and Joe Show page. Jody Perry says 247. Eric, don't reveal the answer because we want those guesses to come in.
So
we've got guesses over here of 1,247, 1,100 even, and 397. So,
all right.
There you go.
And Morgan Caster says she wants the extra class ring if she wins, so I can throw it at you the next time you make an old joke. So there's a loyal viewer payoff right there.
No kidding. All right, Jody Perry said 247, and what else? Anybody knew how many earplugs are in this bag?
We got other guesses: 1,247, 1,100, and 397.
Jay Hobbs thought they were Cheetos.
What are they going to win? We need a prize.
How about you win a bag of earplugs? No, that's a lame guess.
I take my guess back.
Well, but not only can you use them to shut out things like the No Show and the Lyrics and Laughs podcast, but you can pass some time in quarantine by counting them.
Yeah. We have another guess. We've got 599 and 482. Stuart Nunn and J.R. Castor, respectively.
Jay Hobbs says 275, and he's a top fan of Kentucky's Heartland, as is Brian Dennis, who has a suggestion for the improv moment: sumo wrestling with bad lip syncing.
Is this the class? We didn't explain the rules. Are we saying the closest without going over?
I don't think it's Price is Right rules.
Okay,
but we have a couple more guesses. Mitzi Lynch, 349. Lauren Bowles, she said 247, and then she went, I mean 248. My son has guessed 363, and then Lauren's husband Evan says 244.
Yeah. Dustin Shepard comments that Chris Yates guesses 500,000. Eric is really strong. So, but I think the best part of that is that Dustin and Chris have clearly gotten together to watch the No Show tonight.
So I guess we're having viewing parties now, huh?
Oh yeah, it's practically Monday Night Football at this point.
Marty Gaddy was 699. I mean, this is exciting.
It doesn't get much better than this on a Tuesday night.
It's riveting.
Just earplug guesses. So. You know what? I'm going to mess everything up. I'm going to put this one back in the bag.
No. Now these earplugs are useless.
I mean, that's a lot of why do I have so many earplugs? That's a weird thing, too.
What else?
I just got a big mess.
What else do you have? It's weird in your basement.
What?
I said it's the lamest way to make it rain.
Just a handful. We're gonna count just a handful. Maybe you alter your guesses. Keep going.
Actually, Shane Crutcher wants to update his guess. 398 now, up from 397. I guess when you added the other one back in. So folks are on to you, Eric.
We've got another improv suggestion. The governor and his sign language interpreter.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
That one makes me nervous, not going to lie. Next week, we should play a game of how many VHS tapes I have at my house. It's a lot. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that. Lauren Bowles is updated. She said, oh my gosh, I just saw the bag. I was just listening. I changed my mind. 597.
So I took one fistful of earplugs out of this bag and just dropped them on my, which let's look at that again. So it's roughly a fistful with 71 earplugs. So,
all right. Do we reveal the answer? When do we do this?
Oh, you got to hold that. We're going to keep the viewers around.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, we got to do it at the end. Nice.
Yeah.
Mike Skaggs.
So you guys out there, keep the improv suggestions coming, and Joe's got some numbers game, which sounds
real
really
quick. Mike
concerning.
Skaggs says that he guesses 480, and he'll take them. He needs something to block out the wife's snoring.
You know, I
don't look good.
Hey, you're live. So don't lie.
She'll be fine tonight once she hears that he said that. So
You're not going to wave at Joe or anybody?
No.
Okay. There's Greg.
Hey, if you don't wave, I'm going to tell everybody what your nickname is.
No. Hi.
That worked.
Yeah, that works.
Oh, Holland needed a little screen time, I guess.
Yeah.
I've had enough screen time.
Okay.
I've had enough screen time.
All right. Yeah, they'll be good.
I feel guilty and sad. I mean, Joe has his kids that come in, and Kenny has his. Eric, you and I have really not really had anybody come in.
yeah, my kids are in bed by like 7:30.
Yeah,
They're
my kids are.
they turn into gremlins if they stay up past that, especially if you put water on them.
All right, Greg. Your task is to name blank deli meats. I'm going to roll the die.
Oh my
You have to name
God.
blank deli meats. Let's see what you get. And I'm a man of integrity. I play honest.
Okay.
You must name 4 deli meats.
Okay.
Ready? Go.
Bologna, ham, turkey, ham and cheese loaf, liverwurst.
Nice. You're done.
Oh.
You're done. Tiffany Brown Perry guessed 789 while we're waiting. All right. Eric, you
Yes.
must name blank movies with Kevin Bacon. Okay?
Unique movies with Kevin Bacon. Okay.
You got 5.
Okay. Footloose. Tremors. Tremors 2.
I don't know if he's in Tremors too.
I thought he was. Is there a time limit?
Well, I mean,
What was that one movie where he was invisible?
that is one of the movies. We need the name.
Yeah, and then
We'll count it. I'll count it. Hollow
Okay.
Man is the name of that movie.
Hollow Man. Yeah. Top Gun.
I don't think he's in Top Gun.
No, he was. He was a background actor. And
He is in a movie with Tom Cruise.
Encino Man 5.
A Few Good Men.
You good man.
And then a 5th movie. What is a 5th Kevin Bacon movie?
I know, hasn't Kevin Bacon been in all the movies?
There's the game 6 Degrees of Separation, but I can't think of. I'm having trouble thinking of another Kevin Bacon movie off the top of my head right now.
Let's see here.
He's got a podcast now.
Wow,
He
everybody
does.
does.
Those aren't hard to get.
He
Not impressed.
Wait, what?
Said those aren't hard to get. Not impressed.
Are you sure, Eric?
he played.
You're not saying anybody could have a podcast, right?
Yeah, that's basically what I'm saying.
Don't reveal any Kevin Bacon movies. I want to think quickly.
Spoiler alert: Kevin Bacon's been in a couple movies.
Yes, he's been in a ton, but I'm just for some reason I can't think of another one. Oh my gosh, it's going to drive me crazy. I can see him. He plays. I think he's in Mystic River. Is he in Mystic River?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
No idea.
I mean, this is impressive. That's a lot of movies. He was on Guiding Light.
I used to watch Guiding Light and Young and the Restless with my grandmother. All right, Kenny. This one's going to be right up your alley, buddy. Name blank one-word celebrities.
Oh man.
And guess what? You only have to name 2.
Oh, you there's
Nice.
one you've got to name. You've got to name
Cher
one.
and Madonna.
There you go.
Who
I was. What was the question?
Can
Who
you
did I
think of any
get,
more?
Craig?
The one that you have in the office.
He was in Tremors,
Reba.
and he was in Tremors.
First of all, I don't have that in the office, and second of all, she's got a last name.
No, she doesn't. She's straight up Reba.
Okay.
No, I got to go with Kenny on this one. Cher, Madonna. Who are some other one-word celebrities?
Other one word.
Prince.
Prince.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
There's got to be some rappers probably with one word.
Sure.
So Kevin Bacon was in Tremors, and then he was in the re-release of Tremors in 2018, also called Tremors. So that's 2. Hollow Man, Footloose. How many other I have to name? Wait, we moved past this?
I feel like his turn is over.
Yeah. I think.
All right, and then I'm going to I'm just going to randomly pick out a card. That one is we're not going to do that one.
What kind of game do you have there, Joe?
It's not that inappropriate, but name a holiday that lasts blank days. That is the question. 2. Name a holiday that lasts 2 days. I mean, I guess I feel like New Year's Day is a 2-day holiday, right? Because you got New Year's Day.
Yeah, but like it's a Christmas Eve and Christmas.
Yeah.
So
And then, of course, if it was 3 days, I would have said the Eric and Joe Before Thanksgiving Christmas Variety Show, coming to you November 20th, 21st, and 22nd. Hopefully, live and in person at the State Theater in Elizabethtown, Kentucky.
You have to be 6 feet apart, wearing a mask, and we'll have to take your temperature before you can come in. So, I don't know, maybe 60 people see the show in person, so that's cool.
We're charging $100 per person, so we can break even.
but the good news is whoever guesses the number of earplugs in the bag is going to win a ticket.
Can you do that?
I don't know. Are there rules on these things?
Oh yeah, that feels like charitable gaming.
Yeah, that's a good point.
All right, so do we need to go to improv and then hang on. Oh my gosh, J.R. Castor with a great comment. He said, Kenny is such a fan, he can just call her Iggy.
What I love is JR and Morgan are listening on 2 different pages. So Morgan's listening to it watching us on Kentucky's Heartland, and JR's over on the Eric and Joe Show page. So
There you go.
it's a great thing.
We've got another improv suggestion from Carrie Crutcher. She said, convincing your boss you need a raise.
I like that one.
Yeah, that one could be good.
Mm-hmm.
Or uncomfortable. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, my boss is on here.
Might be taking some notes.
Oh man.
I mean, I think the best argument is, hey, we've been to 2 graduations already this year.
Morgan wants to know if it's awkward that they're sitting right next to each other on the couch.
No.
No, not at all.
Doesn't sound like social distancing, but whatever. what you do in your own home.
Oh, I've been social distancing from my family for weeks.
Hey, Dustin Shepard has an idea. He thinks that the improv should be Kenny listening to Reba.
I like that one too.
So, yeah. Well, I mean, you've got the props.
Well, they're at the office.
No, the earplugs.
Oh. Wow, nicely played.
All right, do we have any more earplug guests?
All right,
Yes.
get your final earplug guess in.
Are we doing the improv moment and then the guess?
I don't know.
Sure,
What's
we can
left
do that.
in-
Check the show sheet. What's it say?
Oh, improv moment, then the guess answer.
Okay, you didn't even look down. Okay.
He's got it memorized. He didn't
Yeah.
homework.
Another improv moment suggestion: husband and wife during quarantine deciding how many house projects to do. It's me. This is my household.
Oh, that one's pretty good.
Yeah, I like that one.
I like the boss asking the boss for a raise.
I'm with that one too. I like both of those.
Could you be asking your boss for a raise because of the number of home projects that you're having to do during quarantine? So.
All right,
right.
Eric, do you want to play? Let's do that one. I like that one. The improv or the boss and the raise. Are you the boss or am I?
I don't care. I'll let you pick. I think I picked last week.
I think I would like to be the boss.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
I'll put the notepad down for playing the boss. Actually, no, I can use it.
Okay. Welcome, Roger. Glad we could have this performance review. How do you feel like you've done this year?
I've done pretty good. I've only missed 26 days of work this year, so record.
Yeah, that was a little concerning for a lot of us. And on we often fill out a survey, a questionnaire, and you wrote under the question, what could you do better? And then you just wrote, work harder.
Well,
You want to expand on that?
I did. I thought, it was a great question. It's a great question, sir. I thought about it and I just thought, well, I don't know, maybe I could just work harder because half the time I don't. So, and speaking of working harder, I would probably work harder if I could get a longer afternoon nap. So if maybe I'm just going to throw this out there, if maybe you gave me a raise, I could afford a better office chair that'd be more comfortable to nap in, because I really need a 2-hour nap in the afternoon to really be able to work harder.
Roger, you've been working from home since about March 15th. And
Yep.
by working from home, I don't think you've actually been working. You've literally turned nothing in. You said you missed 26 days because of a 2-day holiday that you were going to take, which is concerning. And then you told me that you spent a lot of time just memorizing the movie Tremors. So, Roger, can you explain why I would ever give you a raise?
Well, first of all, I kind of invested in earplugs, and it ended up being a bad investment because originally I thought COVID was caught through your ears. So I thought, gold mine. Turns out that's not accurate. So then I thought, well, I could put them up my nose, but apparently you could still catch COVID through your mouth. So I don't know, maybe a face mask or something would be better, but whatever. So anyway, that bad investment. And then, you know how hard it is to try to look like you're working hard? That's a lot of work. So that's probably also why I deserve a raise.
Roger, I'm going to tell you this. We're not going to give you a raise this year unless unless I can guess exactly how many earplugs are in. If I get it within 10, I'll give you a raise.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to guess that there are 527. 527 earplugs in there. That's my guess.
Okay. All right.
Am I within 10?
You are not. You are not.
I'm sorry, Roger, no raise this year. You can take those earplugs and shove them right up your butt.
I'll say that till Friday, I guess.
And scene.
What? All right.
That's what Stanley says on The Office.
Okay. The big reveal. Any more guesses? Is everyone done?
We've got a few more guesses. It looks like
has anyone been keeping tally?
I'll look through
no.
the
273, I see as a guess.
So what are we giving away? Let's figure that out.
I think whoever gets closest should get to join us for part of next week's show.
Oh, I like that. Okay.
That seems like a punishment, but okay.
I don't think Facebook lets you delete your guesses, but okay.
The comment count's going down fast, guys.
Oh, man. Oh, so stupid. All right. I'm getting ready to announce it.
This is exciting.
There are 762 earplugs.
Oh, man. I seriously almost said 700 something.
762.
The highest I'm seeing so far on ours is $5.99. I see $6.99 for Marty Gaddy.
For the record, the reason I counted these is because I was going to guess there was 400 in here. And you would think it would tell on the bag how many originally were in here, but it doesn't.
Kenny's got his pen out.
Tiffany Brown Perry has guessed $7.89.
That's pretty close.
Pretty close.
And she is a top fan of the Eric and Joe show. Thank you, Tiffany.
There you go.
I'm a top
What do you think? What are you seeing, Greg? Kentucky's Heartland? Anything else close to that?
No, I'm seeing 1247, 1100, 397, 275, 500,000, 345, 398, 480, 327. Now they're pretty low.
So we're going to call it this.
Thinking about those as possible protection against COVID. Maybe next week we find out how many Eric can fit in his mouth, and that's what everybody gets to guess.
I don't know.
I love it.
Well, congratulations to Tiffany. You have won a guest spot on the No Show next week. Sorry about your luck.
She already has plans for Tuesday. She's already filling in